Are you tired of overpaying for TV every month? Before you get rid of your cable bill, you need to know what you're getting into with streaming services. We're seeing more and more people choose to cut the cord to keep entertainment costs down.
And we're getting more questions than ever from viewers about how to cut the cord on cable. To help people who are brand new to streaming, we made this cord cutting for beginners video. In it, we explain the basics of how to cut the cord on cable in 2023 and show you how to save more money each month.
If you've never streamed before, there are a few basic things you need to know before you cut the cord on cable. The first is to make sure that switching to a live TV streaming service or another streaming option will actually save you money. It's important to calculate how much you will save by switching. Because if you're happy with what you have or you aren't going to save money by switching, there is no point to switch. We often talk with people who pay $200 or $300 a month for cable TV or satellite. Using data from a number of sources, U.S. News & World Report found the average cost of cable to be $217.42. How much you save depends on what you're paying for cable and what service you choose to replace it with.
And before you cut the cord, it's essential to use free trials to test various streaming services, both to make sure they have the content you want and that your internet speed connection can support stress-free streaming.
Many services, including YouTube TV and fuboTV, offer free trials, and using them is key to making sure that killing cable will save you money.
Now let's look at another thing to know before cutting the cord: how to watch your favorite shows and sports with either live TV streaming services or on-demand ones.
Now you could get a live TV streaming service like YouTube TV, Hulu Live, or fuboTV. All of those are true cable replacements and cost $70 to $75 at time of filming. They include locals as well as dozens of the most popular cable networks. You can learn more about those services in our video comparing them.
Or you can opt for what we call a light live TV service like Sling TV, Philo, or Friendly, which don't have locals and carry fewer channels. Since they're not true cable replacements, they cost significantly less. They vary in what they offer, but range in price from $7 to $55 a month at time of filming. Sling comes closest to a cable replacement. If you pair it with an antenna for your local networks, it can save you significantly over cable and still cost less than a premium live service like YouTube TV or Fubo. We'll talk more about antennas in our next section.
For now, it's important to know that you can still get your favorite shows and sports without cable.
We hear from many people who have had cable for many years say that they are worried that if they cut the cord, they will lose access to their favorite live TV channels or won't be able to watch the sports they love. That is simply not true. All of the live TV streaming services we've mentioned carry popular sports networks like ESPN, Fox Sports, and more. Plus, there are many sports games you can watch on your local networks, which you can use a streaming service or an antenna to get.
Yeah, and now let's talk about on-demand services, which can be great, especially if you prefer to watch movies and original series. Beyond true cable TV alternatives, there are a number of lower-priced on-demand streaming services that offer original programming, network shows, and movies. And there are too many to mention here, but some of the top ones are HBO Max, Netflix, Hulu, and the Disney Bundle, which includes Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus. On-demand services cost even less, ranging between $6.99 to $19.99 per month at time of filming.
Blended options like Paramount Plus and Peacock are also worth looking at. These combine limited live network TV with lots of on-demand series and movies. If you love CBS shows and sports, consider Paramount Plus. If you like NBC content, choose Peacock. It has a free tier that you can use to try the service.
Now let's move on to our third topic, which offers a way to take your TV costs down to next to nothing. If you live in a decent-sized metro area, you should have no trouble getting your locals through an antenna. You may also get dozens of other channels and diginets as well. You can learn more about what kind of antenna you need and how to install one in under 5 minutes in our video on that topic. But there are a number of free, ad-supported streaming services like Pluto and Tubi that you can pair with an antenna to get lots of content. You may find after trying them that a few free streaming services and an antenna are all you need, which would take your monthly TV costs down to next to nothing. Even if you decide that an on-demand streaming service or a blended option that combines limited live TV with mostly on-demand content like Paramount Plus or Peacock is best for you, an antenna carries just a one-time cost. And after buying the antenna, you can get all of your locals free for life. The key is to figure out what your must-have shows and sports are and then find the cheapest way to get them.
We've developed a free quiz that we link to below that you can use to help you see which streaming service is best for you based on what you watch. Now let's talk about two of the basic things you need to cut the cord, starting with internet speed. You need a high-speed internet connection with an internet speed that is 10 megabytes per second or higher and a Wi-Fi network at home to stream TV in high definition reliably.
And that speed is per stream. So if you want to watch YouTube TV on 2 screens at once, you would need 20 megabytes per second. Streaming in 4K requires 25 megabytes per stream.
And live TV services require higher speeds than on-demand ones, which typically require 3 to 6 megabytes per stream.
If you currently bundle your cable and internet, you'll want to contact your internet service provider and confirm what you will pay for internet only. You can check your internet speed by going to fast.com and running a quick, simple test. We talk more about internet speed and streaming in our video on that topic. But it's another reason why free trials are so important to use. During them, you should look for any buffering, pixelation, or interruption to make sure your internet is fast enough to support an enjoyable streaming experience.
Now let's talk about one more thing you'll need to cut the cord on cable, a smart TV or streaming device. So there are streaming services, which we've already discussed in detail, and streaming devices, which you use to access those services.
2 of the most popular are Roku devices and Amazon Fire TV sticks. These range in price from about $25 to $75. They connect with your Wi-Fi network and have dozens of streaming apps on them that you can download and use to watch TV.
If you have a Samsung, Sony, or LG TV made in the last 3 or 4 years, you may not need a streaming device. That's because newer TVs have Wi-Fi connectivity built into them and come preloaded with some streaming apps.
Samsung is one of the best. Its Smart Hub has many popular apps and even its own free streaming service built into it. We bought one for $250 for our deck last year and it works great for streaming.
This is just a high-level overview of what you need to know about cord cutting. For a deeper dive, watch our detailed cord cutting video. But before we go, there are a few final tips we want to leave you with. The number one thing people forget when they kill cable is to kill the cable mindset as well. There are no contracts and no cancellation fees with streaming services right now. You should regularly review what you're subscribed to and what you're watching and cancel services you haven't watched much. You can always sign up again later.
Yeah, and if there's a show you want to stream, wait for its season to end, sign up for a month, binge your show or shows on that platform, and cancel your service. You want to let go of the set it and forget it mindset that is inherent to cable.
Yeah, and you also want to stay on top of pricing changes. We report on them here, so subscribe to our channel for those updates. But you also want to watch it yourself and don't be afraid to cancel and look for something more affordable.
We've made a video about top streaming bundles you can make and spend less than $40 a month. So in addition to the quiz that we mentioned earlier, that video is a great place to start as you figure out which streaming services you want to try first.
We know it can feel overwhelming, but you should feel good. You've already taken the first step toward taking control of your TV entertainment and reducing your spending. And that first step is half the battle.
Well, that does it for this video. If you still have cable, what's holding you back from cutting it? And if you stream, what's one thing you wish you knew before you cut the cord? Let us know in the comments below.
And if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can get all our latest news and reviews when they drop. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.